Hey class, Coleman here, talking about our last discussion, video discussion posts for this class, which is weird to think. It feels like it's gone by super quick, and that it hasn't even been 8 weeks yet. But I'm going to be talking about the ratio of 312 and 120, and I think the best way to describe this, and the author used it as a really good example, um, and it's him talking about the book that the textbook. Um, and he says, in the circle of three, we're a publisher, an editor, and an author. In the circle of 12, we're an editor, editorial director, a marketing director, publicist, designers, a few trusted reviewers and readers. And then the circle of 120, we're the endorsers whose comments you read on the cover. Editors, producers at magazines, newspapers, broadcast media, and some key friends who help shape the content, strengthen the concepts, and spread the word. Um, and I love this example because it's a very personal example. And when talking about culture making, it's a personal thing often. Um, but this idea that it starts with 3, moves on to 12, and then goes to 120 is a really cool way to think about culture. And when you kind of step back and examine your own cultures that you're a part of, you can oftentimes see that you do have this ratio of 3, 12, and 120. I think about my friend group, my personal friend group. It's myself, and then 3 other guys, so 4, close to 3. That's like my core friend group, right? And then I have my kind of extended friend group, and then that accumulates up to around 12, 13, 14 people. And then from that, there's this other core kind of acquaintances, I would say, um, but closer acquaintances, not really people I don't know necessarily, but people I know by name, what they do, kind of their hobbies, whatever it may be. But in that, I don't think it would be quite 120. I don't think I know that many people, but um, it accumulates to a lot more than 12. And I think it's really interesting to look at culture in this way because it seems that there are levels of the culture, right? And it's just it's interesting how he was able to pinpoint these kind of numbers that are very universal. It seems like, um, and I'm interested to hear what others have to say on how close this ratio is to their personal cultures per se. But I even like look at my church or the team that I'm on at the church that I work at. It's a smaller team, and then that team branches off into a bigger team, right? And then it branches off into the whole church, and um, it almost seems that like um, this ratio is kind of like a working order, right? There's your trusted core people in the 3 that do a lot of the really close and intense and personal work. Then that gets moved on to the 12 who are able to kind of develop it a little bit more, and that's why I like the example he uses here, with the book itself, because you have your 3 core people doing the really heavy lifting, right? The really personal stuff. You have your bigger group of people doing kind of developing ideas and making things happen, and then the 120 really pushing it forward. Um, so yeah, those are some of my thoughts. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about this as well. And again, crazy to think that it's been 8 weeks already, but time flies by when you're having fun, right? Awesome. Well, that is all I have to say, and I hope everyone's having a great day.